And a happy hump day to you, and welcome to another edition of the Weekly Dump. My name is Kevin, one of your KCCO Calgary admins, and I'd like to welcome you on this special episode because I can't believe it. I've been doing this for so long. It is our 10-year anniversary. We've been chiving here in Calgary for 10 years. So we have a ton of pictures, a ton of stuff to go through. So getting so excited for this. Plus, with the Canada Day long weekend coming up, we're keeping it Canada themed today. It is going to mean we're having a Canadian drink, and it's called a Slocum Maple Smash. And I'm very curious as to how this is going to taste. So make sure you stay tuned while we head on down and make that. But before we do, I want to say a big hello to my friend Hockey Night out there. So there we go. Hopefully you're having a great night out there, hockey. So anyone else who's in the chat, feel free to drop a line and say hello. I would love to see you and hear from you. But why don't we head on downstairs and make our Slocum Maple Smash. And I'll tell you a little bit more about this drink when I get down there. So I'm looking forward to it. And let's see you down there. And of course, I never see my button because I never have it in the right place at the right time. So let's get your taste buds tempted and head on downstairs. Cheers. And welcome down to the bar. Thank you for joining and spending your hump day evening with me. So yeah, the drink we're going to be making today is called a Slocum Maple Smash. So let me just read you a little bit about why I decided to go with this drink today. This is a Canadian, this classic Canadian cocktail comes from New Brunswick, where maple syrup and moonshine are extremely popular. So essentially it is some white spirit, maple syrup, freshly squeezed lemon juice, and some ice cubes. So let us make this drink and bring it on up. So it sounds very interesting. So I'm excited to get this going. So the first thing we're going to do is squeeze some lemon juice. So of course here we have to do it all fresh. So we are going to cut this in half and then put it into our juicer. And into our shot glass. And we're going to make it in a clear one. Ooh, nice juicy one. As it spritzes all over everywhere. So there's half of a lemon. Now for the other half. And hopefully I don't squirt it into my eye, because that would not be good. Hey, Stacy, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Just making a beverage tonight. And, ooh, that's even juicier than I thought. I don't even have to squeeze all of that lemon out. So yeah, we're going to be making a Slocum Maple Smash. Like I was just telling Hockey, it's a Canadian cocktail that comes from New Brunswick, where maple syrup and moonshine are extremely popular. So, all right, we have our 1 ounce of lemon juice squeezed. So now we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of maple syrup. And I have a Canada Flag shot glass here. So, and I don't know if anyone might recognize this. It is maple syrup. Oh, thanks, Stacy. Hopefully you won't lose connection, but thank you for popping in and saying congratulations. Yeah, it's been 10 years. And when we go back upstairs, we're going to actually go through some pictures and looking forward to reminiscing of this. So, wow. A little bit more than 3/4 of an ounce, but maple syrup, so good. So maple syrup, and last is 1.5 ounces of whiskey or vodka. So we're actually going to go with the clear white vodka today, and we are going to pour that into our shaker that is full of ice. So we will pour, 1.5 ounces. And there's one, a little bit more than one. There we go. Then we pour the others in. Pour the lemon juice in. And it's about half filled with ice in there. And in with the maple syrup. Oh, so good. And I just want to sit there and watch it all drip out. That looks delicious. So now we're going to mix it all up. So put the lid on and then the top. And as I've learned from Stacy, there we go. It is a train time, so choo-choo. And hello, Marissa. Hello, Marissa, and yes, you did join late. We're actually making a Slocum Maple Smash is the name of this. So let us get this other stuff out of the way. It is a mixture of maple syrup, lemon juice, and vodka. So now I'm going to bring my glass out and my container of ice cubes, and we will put it into our glass. There we go, 4 of them. So we'll leave that there. And make sure this is all mixed up. And here we go, pouring this. Oh, that looks scrumptious. And this is going to be very good to sip on when I head on back upstairs. There we go. And of course, with every time some of the regular people here, they know we have to do a photo shoot with this as well. So, you know the drill. Say hello, spam your favorite emotes, and just say hello so we can catch you in the background. So, where's my camera? Here we go. So we're going to take a couple pictures here. Let's try it with the flash. I apologize if I blind you. Then we'll turn the flash off. So let's see you guys spam some emotes and say hello in the background. So there's that drink. And a couple more pictures. Okay, enough pictures. Time for tasting. So now, here we go. Cheers and happy 10 years to KCCO Calgary for doing great in the community. So cheers. Oh my. That is going to go down very quickly. That tastes so good. And it's really interesting because you do taste the lemon juice and you do taste the maple syrup. It's a unique mixture. It's very good. So I'm going to head back upstairs. But in the meantime, of the 10 years that we've been doing this, here is just a little bit about what KCCO Calgary does for the community. So have a watch of this and we'll see you upstairs. Cheers. And welcome back. Do appreciate you spending your evening here. So cheers. And yes, this is going to go down very smoothly and very quickly, I'm afraid. So it's so good. So if I keep sipping on it, I may not make it through the rest of the show. So but yeah, just wanted to say a quick hello to Miss Stacy Roy, saying hello. Thank you for joining in. And yeah, hopefully your connection does stay so that you are able to catch the big news that's going to be coming up in a little bit. And I'd also noticed Marissa had shown up as well. Let me just see if I can take a peek and see where she is at. There we go. There. And there we go. Get that one going. And there she is. And you're asking, what does the choo-choo help with? It just helps keeping your rhythm to make sure the drink gets mixed properly. So I learned that from Stacy, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, it's our 10-year anniversary of KCCO Calgary here in Calgary. If you recall, 10 years ago was when the floods in Calgary occurred. And we were supposed to have our first official meetup, but the venue that we were going to have it at, it flooded out because it was in the flood zone in downtown Calgary. So they postponed it, and they ended up having an ad hoc one later on, a few weeks later. And that sort of was the first initial gathering. And then they had a sort of first official one later on in the year, once it was safe and cleaned up downtown, back at the venue that was underwater during the floods. Just so we could say, hey, we're coming back to give you some of our hard-earned cash and have a great time. And ended up being a fantastic time and a great launch to a great chapter. So what I kind of wanted to do was show you a video, and I'll sort of talk through it as well, so that you can sort of grab a sense of what we've been doing for the past 10 years here in Calgary. It's been a lot of fun. We've done a lot of different types of events and raised a ton of money for various charities and individuals as well. So, but what I want to do is show you this video, and hopefully it's not going to be too loud for you. So if it is, definitely let me know. There we go. So we're gonna play the video, and I'll sort of do some commentary as we go through it. So yeah, 10 years. And yeah, this is our official, this is the, yeah. Oh wow, this is fast. This is fast. So yeah, just some pictures of the various meetups that we've had, and different events that we had going on, all the local chivettes, the groups, and always group pictures. And yeah, our head office has come here a few times. There's our Bonafide logo there, where they presented us with being a Bonafide chapter in Canada. So yeah, we had our monthly mini meetups. And there's Stacy. We came out and helped raise money for Skylar for a Christmas get-together. We had our green tie event, where we had a lot of fun and raised a ton of cash. Yeah, this is going really, really fast. So, yeah, staple at everyone was an ice sculpture. Here we are presenting checks to various charities here. And yeah, all of our beautiful Chivets. And we even had a kickball game, which was a lot of fun. Rented out the stadium here in Calgary and raised $575 for helping families handle cancer. And once again, just goofing around at some of our events, and we actually had a Chivaween, one of our Halloween fundraisers. And another, always giving blood, always supporting that. And we were even donating and delivering hampers during the pandemic as well. So went dry in February and all sorts of various events. Yeah, this is going way too fast. I think we're going to have to stop and go through a bunch of those again. So why don't I just head on over to the split screen and let's do this properly so you can actually take some time, because that was fast. That was really fast. When I was making the video, it seemed to be going slower than that, but it went just a little too fast. All right. So yeah, we started out as a group. Like I said, this was sort of the first official meetup that we had that wasn't postponed from the flood. So it was technically our second meetup, but our first one where everyone could come down and go to this one venue. And we all got gathered around at the Peace Bridge and took this group shot. And this was sort of the first one of all of the YYC Chivers there, or all the Calgary Chivers. And we did so many things throughout the 10 years. Like we did tons of get-togethers where we would raise money. Venues would actually donate the space and we would sell tickets, and 100% of those ticket sales went to the recipients, whether it be a charity or an individual. And at this one, we even had, if you see there, the guy raised his hand, that's Alex Singleton, who used to play on the Stampeders and went down and played with the Eagles down in the NFL and is now with the Denver Broncos. So Chivers are all over the place. It's not just a certain demographic. It's all sort of a mindset of doing good for the community and paying it forward. And yeah, definitely lots of events. And the way we raised a lot of our money was through silent auctions. So people would be donating prizes and donating different items that you'd go and put a bid on. And this Keep Calm Chive On poster was one of them at one of our first ones. And because of all the activity that we've done throughout the years, and we're very present on social media as well. It took notice, or our headquarters took notice of it and decided to come on up for a visit. And like I said in the video, after making this wonderful drink, which I'm going to have a sip of right now, after seeing how busy and how much good that we were doing for the community, they decided to make a trip to Canada for the first time. And they reached out to us, and we were just blown away that they're actually taking notice. And yeah, it was a great time. They came up, and the one thing that we wanted to do was, because we don't know if they were ever going to come up again, was make sure that they do the Calgary White Hat Oath, which is something that's unique to Calgary during the Stampede. Any international visitors or visitors outside of Calgary You take this white hat oath and you become an honorary Calgarian for the duration of the stampede. But we ended up making our own little chive version, and it went over very well. Still to this day, some of the people that came up still mention how much fun that they had here. And so we definitely made an impact on them. So yeah, it's not only get togethers like this, but the reason why we do this is to meet wonderful families like this. Cadence and Addison, and unfortunately, one of the girls passed away a few years ago, and it was very sad to hear. But they both had Friedreich's ataxia, which is a very rare neurological condition, and they needed to move from a multi-story house to a bungalow, and the bungalow needed to have a bunch of renovations. So we helped raise money to help with paying off some of those renovations. So it's not just the organized charities that we help out the individuals as well. And then after the girls, we identified who they were, we ended up revisiting them and having a second fundraiser for them. So this was our Chive-A-Ween party. And a big shout out to the Great Canadian Brew House. They provided a venue and a ton of room, and we just had a blast. It was on a Saturday afternoon / evening, and it was early enough for it to have kids around, and then I think it was out by 9 o'clock or something like that. Then the adults could stick around and the kids could go. But because this was for the two girls, we wanted to have their friends out and have a party as well. So it was a great time, and a ton of money was raised for them as well. And one of the big things over the 10 years, with many other Chive chapters, auctioning off quilts. Those are the hottest item that ever go. So I absolutely love the fact that we were able to make one here and auction it off here with KCCO Calgary for one of our fundraisers. And the proceeds of this went to Parachute for Pets. And of course, we're also big proponents and love to support our first responders as well. So over the 10 years and on our social medias, if you take a look, every Friday there's a First Responder Friday post going on. And we're rotating around between our firefighters, our police, our EMS, as well as our stars and sort of helicopter rescue as well. So sort of doing rotating and giving them each a special week to say thank you for being a hero in our community. But not only do we recognize those wonderful first responders, and as you saw in the video, we also gather and donate blood. So we have regular blood drives, and usually it's in February and October. And it's February because we want you to have a heart and donate blood. And then in October, it's Starve the Vampire campaign. So get rid of your blood so the vampires can't have it over the Halloween season. And of course, there was this little thing called a pandemic that happened. So we couldn't not do anything during that time. So we definitely organized blood drives to make sure that the blood supply was high enough, because there was a high need for it. So we stepped up and organized and got people out as much as we could. And then after the pandemic was over, it was so good to be able to see people again and just interact and be with each other once more. And then once again, over the 10 years, a lot has happened. Apparently, up in Canada, we did a lot of good things that they even made coins for us. So, all the challenge coins that are going around, there are a couple of Canadian ones. The silver one with the red maple leaf in the middle of the sea, which is freaking awesome, and as well as a gold BFM challenge coin. And I might just have one or two that I may be able to give away at some point, but we'll see. And every July, it's a racket week at the end of July. So this year is no different. This year, July 24th to 30th is going to be Racket Week. So we are doing Military Mondays, Giving Tuesdays, Wish List Wednesdays, Thursday Thursdays, First Responder Friday, Back to Nature Saturday, and Back to Basics Sunday. So keep a look on our socials for that coming up. We have a ton of stuff that we want to do. So if you want to stay involved and participate, let us know. There we go. And all right, then the last thing I sort of wanted to talk about before I give a big announcement is over a year ago, there was a little thing called the Bill Murray NFT that came out. And it was one of the most promoted and well thought out in terms of running the NFT, that they actually created a Discord community. And the community was meant to be a place where people could actually talk about the NFTs, learn more about the NFTs, and Discord being a separate platform from all the other social media platforms. It's not as stringent as those other platforms are. So we found it and we invaded it. Essentially, is what I guess what it came down to. I didn't want to do that one. Let's go back. I wanted to do this. Chive Nation basically has taken over the Discord server and said, hey, we wanted a place that's virtual that we can all get together and meet and just have crazy conversations and get to meet with other chivers all over the place. So they basically have taken over the Shack, which is the name of the Discord server. So if you're on Discord and would like to join the chaos, leave a comment down below so that I can send you a link and get you invited into there, because it is a crazy place and there's so many different things that go on. And like you thought the Chive website was kind of chaotic, like spend about half an hour in the Discord and you just go down rabbit holes, and next thing you know, 2-3 hours is gone just because you're having so much fun chatting and interacting with a lot of people. And because of that, there have been a number of Canadians that kind of have been feeling left without a chapter. So if you've been following our social media the last few days, you may have noticed a few things like this, just dropping little hints here and there. Or something like this. And while this is playing, have another sip of my wonderful, delicious drink. And then I believe it was today was this. So guess what tomorrow is going to be? I'm hoping I got these in the right order. There we go. So 3. And then so are there any thoughts of what this could be? Let me know down in the comments before I give it away. So while you're sitting there thinking about it, let us head on over to my desktop over here. This one? Yeah, that one. So if we head on over to the Chive, let's just go and see what is going on in Chive Nation. Go ahead, Hockey. Give it your best shot. And while you go through that, I will continue on and go through our Chive Nation. So yeah, if you go to the Chive Nation tab, here we are. Oh, what is that? I didn't mean to leave that open, or did I? So here is the calendar of events that are going on. So of course, Triverhood of the Traveling Pants, they're still doing their water changes everything campaign. So they have a Facebook page there if you are interested in participating in your local area. And this upcoming weekend is July 1st. So yeah, it is Canada Day. And yeah, let me just pop on back to my main shot here. So I don't know whether you've noticed the last little while, but the last few streams I've been doing a few things here and there, and one of them being like just adding a Canadian flag here. And not sure if you noticed downstairs at the bar, it was here. Let me just pull it up for you here. Where are you? And another Canadian flag present as well. And the last couple of shows, I've also been wearing Canadian Chive shirts. And this specifically is because it's our 10-year anniversary. So, of course, I wanted to wear this one in particular for tonight. But, oh, Hockey says he's giving it a stab, but no, that's not it. But it is and it isn't. Canada Day, July 1st, there's going to be a huge announcement. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So I don't see any other guesses happening in the chat. So, and what was the other thing I wanted to show you? Oh yeah. So yeah, another campaign that is going on is called Ink for Good. Chive Charities, they are raising money by people getting money donated to them to get a tattoo. Let me, this one, I think it's this one. called Ink for Good, where people are doing fundraisers, and then if they reach their goal, they're going to be getting a tattoo. And together with some of the local tattoo artists, they are getting a great deal on a tattoo. So there are tattoos out there that you are able to go and vote for. And you can also submit a tattoo that you want to get. So if you're interested, there is a, actually I don't have, let me put the link in our chat right here. Where are you? If you go and check out this link, you can go and take a look at all the various submissions and the teams and the fundraisers that they have going on. So it's a wonderful, wonderful campaign, and they're raising money for charity, which I absolutely love. So go check out the site, and if you're able to make a donation, that is great. And yeah, another way they're raising money is for each vote, it's $1 per vote. So the more you vote, the more money that the charities receive, which is awesome. So with that being said, keep your eyes out for an announcement on July the 1st. I will be keeping you informed of what is coming up. So, and if you miss the announcement, I definitely will be shouting from the top of my lungs next Wednesday about it. So if you aren't following our socials, definitely take a look and follow them here. And you can try and guess what's happening on July the 1st. So cheers, everyone. And yeah, that is very, very good. Very, very smooth. So, all right, time to wrap things up. Have a few other things I need to get done in preparation for July the 1st. So make sure that you have an awesome rest of your week and an awesome long weekend for Canada. And I'm sure a lot of you in the US have taken the Monday off so that you can make it an extra long weekend as well. So I want to say cheers to everyone. Stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your night. Cheers and chive on.